This is about to be some hashtag mom life shit. I want to preface this by being fully transparent. Not that it's like a big deal or anything. I'm sure it's pretty common, but... Okay, I'm sure a lot of YouTubers work ahead, but when I decided to start doing this channel finally, I told myself I was going to make a plan and I was going to film for 4 weeks before I even started posting anything, because the last time I tried to do this, I just was never consistent with it, and I think that's why I didn't stick with it. I feel like I was kind of forcing it and like trying to come up with shit to talk about. That's why we're cliche as hell right now and we're doing a mom vlog, but like that's something that I feel like for the first time in my life is an experience that is shared with so many people. So that's kind of why it's the basis for what I'm doing, even though it's not always going to be like mom vlog crap. I don't know, probably will be, whatever. I'm rambling to say I wanted to start a channel. The goal was to make sure I worked 4 weeks ahead, that I always had consistent content, and then I was just being real, basically. So whenever you guys are seeing these videos, at least in the beginning, who knows? If this becomes a more involved thing, I may be doing things a lot more current and reflective of exactly where my life is in that moment. But right now I'm like working a month ahead. So every Tuesday I film and every Wednesday I edit. And that's kind of my structure and my plan to force myself to do this on a consistent basis and actually achieve this goal that I've always talked about doing and have attempted to do in the past. Again, maybe watching this 4 weeks after I actually filmed it. Back in December of 2019, a really good friend of mine had passed away. I hadn't seen him in 12 years, but we always kept in contact, especially over the last 4 or 5 years. Like, I'm telling you this to say that I went to Colorado. His whole immediate family lives in Colorado, and I wanted to go there and be there for his birthday. Matt would have turned 30. We had a celebration of life, and I got to spend time with his family, and it was really fucking awesome. But I am still exhausted. So yesterday was Monday, and I think I was functioning on like 5 hours of sleep. Tuesday, today, rolls around, and I would normally be filming. I have a whole list of ideas, right? But I'm like trying to talk myself out of it. And this is, mind you, the third video that I would be filming. I've only filmed 2 videos so far. And I was just like trying to talk myself out of it because I look like shit and I don't have the time or the energy to make myself look good. But then I was like, you fucking idiot. That's not what people want to see. Like, we live in a world where everything is polished. I have to take my meds and I still haven't done it. So even last week I was like trying to put on makeup and look nice. Not that it's a bad thing because I like wearing makeup once in a while. It makes me feel good about myself. But that's really not who I am. And that's not what people want to see. We live in a social media world where everybody's always presenting a polished image of themselves. So I was like, you know what? The reason I talked about Matt, it was not to depress you guys. It was just to explain that A, I'm still super exhausted from traveling and like coming back to regular life. But also because Matt is kind of the reason I decided to just suck it up and do this, because I absolutely love making videos. It's the one thing I wake up and say, all right, today's video day, I get to film. And sometimes I wish that I could just sit down and start editing right away. But Matt would always say, live your best life. This is my only shot to do what makes me happy. So all of that f***ing ridiculous, dramatic ass preface to say, I need to go grocery shopping. Like, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I have this whole list of ideas. I've been jotting stuff down, but I did not have time to script anything. I'm literally, right now it is almost 10 a.m. and I just got bottles made. Like, usually I'm working a lot further ahead in the morning than I have been today. And there's no food in the house because I was gone and I normally shop over the weekend. So as you can see, it throws a wrench in my plans, and thus I could have just very easily brushed filming off and not have done this, but it'd literally just be self-sabotage, because this is the only thing I really absolutely love to do. Putting out something or creating something, even if it's not perfect, is better than sitting there and obsessing over little details and sometimes never putting anything out at all. I feel like this intro is taking so fucking long. Here we are. Grocery video today, since it's something that needs to get done anyways. It was on my list of eventually showing you guys. We might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And I'll show you guys how I kind of do my grocery planning every single week. It's not exciting, but it's something we all do. And we try to operate within a budget because, like I said before, we do Dave Ramsey and we're trying really hard to get out of debt. So I set a goal for myself budget-wise for the groceries, and I basically do everything I can to an obsessive extent, which is a theme in my life. to keep it within that budget or even below if I'm lucky. This is how I do everything that I do, man. I haven't had coffee in like 48 hours. Maybe that's why I feel so shitty, is I've had like virtually no caffeine and definitely not enough sleep. I've ingested a little bit more of my coffee. I'm a little more coherent. I wanted to talk a little bit more about my process on camera, and then I'll get started showing you everything. I tend to keep a little running list in my phone, like on a notepad of anything that I do need, or I actually throw it into my spreadsheet. I keep a spreadsheet at all times. Surprising, I know. I used to strictly shop at Kroger, but I do now try to go to a few different stores, which is a little ridiculous. Some people think it's crazy, but I try to get the best deal. And for me, where I'm located, like, it would be stupid if I was going way out of my way, but Kroger's the furthest store from me, and it's where I buy the most stuff. So everything else is literally on the way there. So I'm not really going out of my way. I'm not spending extra gas. I might be spending a little extra time, but sometimes to me, to save $5 or $6, it's worth it to make a pit stop and grab 4 or 5 things at Walmart versus Kroger or Meijer, where it might be more expensive. So if you hear any baby noises, that's because my baby's chilling here with me. Let's get started with this. So I already kind of started on my spreadsheet. I pull this up on my phone every single time I go grocery shopping. You know, I mentioned we need ketchup, so I always start out with plugging in things that I absolutely know I need to restock on. So I definitely need lunch meat and cheese for sandwiches. I said I was out of ketchup almost entirely. I do need some bulk dish soap. You'll also notice my entire grocery list is divvied up by section. Oh, somebody's gonna help type. Cool. You know, produce, meat, dairy. It helps keep me organized when I'm in the grocery store. Dry goods, all that fun stuff. And down here at the bottom, we've got my total budget, which every week I try to remain within an $80 budget unless I know there's going to be some extra stuff that I can't keep it within that. That doesn't include anything that falls under miscellaneous. This tends to be the random stuff that I need to stock up on, like paper towel, toilet paper, supplements, dish soap, laundry soap, things like that. I don't count that into my regular grocery budget because to me, the idea is to keep it around $80 for the food portion of things. What I always start off doing is checking out the Kroger and Meijer weekly ads. Unfortunately, I'm filming this on a Tuesday. It kind of worked out because I need to do my grocery shopping this week and because I didn't do it over the weekend. The unfortunate thing is that Kroger sales always rotate on Wednesday, whereas Meijer always rotates from like Saturday to Sunday. So since we're doing this on a Tuesday and I know everything's going to change over tomorrow, I will look at the weekly ad. The only thing this is really going to affect is the fact that some sale prices might rotate over, and after I look at the ad and I'm still plugging in pricing for things that I know I'm going to need to buy, that price might change. If it's just like a good deal, I can't guarantee that it'll be available tomorrow. So I always really try to get it done on Saturday just because I know that both weekly ads are up to date. We're going to just wing it and you'll kind of still see my process of how I do everything. So without further rambling, here we are on the Kroger weekly ad. So of course you set it to your store. I have my own account with Kroger, so every time I get on there, I just make sure I'm logged into my account so that it defaults to my store, my information. Okay, so right off the bat, I do see that they've got fresh ground beef, chicken on sale. Those are both things I already always stock up on, so that doesn't really catch my eye too much. This does. I try to buy at least one thing of fruit a week, whether it's applesauce, so that I'm not worried about it going bad, or if there is a good deal on produce. Apparently she doesn't want her binky. I do try to get something fresh. So $1.88 for strawberries. I know they're out of season, but I've gotten a few batches recently that have been really good. Anything that I do at Kroger is going to be in black, and then I'll move down and make like a little section of anything I'm getting in produce from Meijer would be in red, and anything I would get from Walmart will be in blue. All right, so I know I need cheese, but this still doesn't look like that good of a deal. We'll double check what the pricing is on the Kroger store brand. I never just go with like what's in the flyer, because last week's flyer, there was Simple Truth Bacon, which is something I always get, and it said $4.99 with card, and I was like, oh, cool. So I go and double check it on the website, and in fact, it's not on sale. It is always $4.99. I should know that because I buy bacon almost every single week. This sticks out to me because we always keep almond or almond coconut blend milk in the house. So that's $2.50. That's a pretty good deal. That's on average what I try to spend when I'm buying milk. We don't keep regular milk in the house very often. I use it sometimes for cooking because I am not lactose intolerant, but it definitely messes with my husband. This kind of sticks out to me, but we'll just put it on there for maybe because you do have to buy 2, but we keep Viva in the house, especially the regular, like original kind. Since we do cloth diapering, instead of buying diaper liners, that's something that my husband and I life hack on. We do Viva. It's very soft on her skin, doesn't irritate her, but it also protects the diapers if we put rash cream on her and makes poops. I won't say always, but it usually makes poops easier to clean up. We'll put a question mark next to it because we don't know for sure. For the deal, it looks like we would have to buy 2 of them. So again, we don't know for sure if we need that or not, but we'll put it in there just in case. Okay, baking, it looks like spend 15, save 5, but we don't really need to do any baking right now. I wonder though, because I do use eggs like crazy, specifically these eggs themselves, I could get that discount, but using things that aren't necessarily stuff I'm specifically baking with, that might not be a bad idea. Oops. So we need 18 count Simple Truth eggs. So those would be $3.99. And this is where I would mark, like if it was buy 5, save 5, I'd put a little 1 here. But and then it totals everything up just to make sure I'm actually staying on top of like buying the 5 items I need. Because if you only buy 4, you don't get the discount. So in this case though, because it needs to add up to $15, I think what I want to do is actually just put the price there again because it's going to total it up at the bottom. And if we hit 15, we know we'll get that $5 discount. So it looks like there's eggs, which I buy all the time anyway. That's a really good deal too. That's like 33% off of everything. Butter, pretty decent deal. I think that's about what I spend regularly on butter anyways. Crescent rolls, they're 2 for $4. So we'll just go ahead and do 2 of them and we'll plug that in there. Where are we at? $10.98. So we only need to spend $4 more to knock 5 off. As you know, I like to keep Ready Whip in the fridge for my fake Starbucks Weight Watcher friendly mochas, so we could do one of those, and that's on sale, so $2.50. That's not bad. I've been doing this thing where I do mix Jell-O pudding into yogurt as like a dessert. I bet I could get the sugar-free, fat-free chocolate pudding, and then I just use like frozen strawberries. I love that as a snack, and we could do maybe 2 of those, and that's $2. $15.48. So what I do then, since I've met the $15, and see, that's why you kind of have to scope things out a little bit because yeah, the whole point of the sale is to save on baking supplies, but these are things I use every day. We use real butter. I go through eggs constantly. I like to keep Ready Whip on hand for my coffee if I'm feeling like I need a little tasty pick-me-up. If I needed brown sugar, which I don't right now, but if I did, I would probably throw that in there because I like to put a couple teaspoons of brown sugar in my plain oatmeal in the mornings. You can mix and match it, and it doesn't have to necessarily be about baking. You're going to knock that $5 off. So I like to do a little formula because if I have other coupons at the end of this too, I'll just pop them in there and then it deducts it from the total. All right, so what else have we got? Yeah, not seeing a whole lot of other things that specifically stand out to me. If I kind of get what I need and get a little inspiration from there, I'll move on to the Meijer weekly ad. And already I'm immediately being drawn to the buy 10 or the 10 for 10 mix and match. You buy 10 items too and you get an 11th one for free. It's not like insane, but what I do love about this specific sale, all of the produce that falls under the 10 for 10. I eat baby carrots every week. I actually have some Alfredo in the cupboard, so I could very easily do some broccoli. Maybe do 2 of them. Can never have too much broccoli. Daisy light sour cream. Hopefully they have the light because those are the ones on sale. And then in this case, I'd probably buy 2 of those because I usually buy a 16 ounce. So that's 5 items so far. This is also where you want to go ahead. Well, I would like to go ahead and do this. And trust me, I understand that this is extensive and insane. The only way I can do this with the child. That's not true. I was just about to say the only way I would do this with a child is because I can stay home. But honestly, don't tell my previous employers this, but I would spend downtime, like a lot of people will screw around on Facebook or whatever, Instagram, Candy Crushing while they're at work and they're like needing a mental break. This is what I did when I was at work. So whether I've had a job or whether I've been staying home, I honestly have always made grocery shopping a big priority. I always like to go through and scope sales, and it always makes me feel really really good when I can get a lot of food for not a lot of money. I'm not seeing anything else that super sticks out to me. So yeah, anything else in here? Not seeing a whole lot. So far, we've only racked up 5 items. So I wouldn't go out of my way to buy things that I won't use just to get that free item. Because I find when you do that, you end up spending too much on stuff that you're probably not going to use. But I'm putting things on there that I absolutely know we will use on a regular basis. I do like to get the Oscar Mayer turkey. The peppered turkey is like one of my favorite things. Since I know I need lunch meat, I will probably move that down here. And we'll do, that's $3. I'll note that it's Oscar Mayer, because that's what's on sale. Okay guys, so at this point, my QuickTime screen recorder totally crapped out on me. I was just continuing going through the flyers and filling out things on my list of what exactly it was I wanted. Also, there was portions of me getting really annoyed with my baby because she wouldn't stop screaming every time I tried to talk. So we're going to skip over that and move forward with the remainder of the video. So as you've seen already, my main process is to start with the things that I know I'm going to need. Go through the circulars, see if anything stands out to me, if things that I buy a lot that are going to be on sale, or just inspiration for dinners. I start plugging in the extra items that I also need to purchase to make that meal happen. That's when I go through and start searching the pricing for anything additional that wasn't pulled from a sale or circular. And I start looking at all 3 websites for what I'm going to pay price-wise for a lot of stuff. So once that part's done and you have your list planned out, I go through my stack of rotating coupons. Like I've said in the past, Kroger has crazy good marketing and they send me coupons for, is it coupons or coupons? I think I say it both ways. Sorry if anybody's like weirdly irritated by how you say certain words. Anyways, coupons, I get a lot of the ones for the Simple Truth chicken because it's pretty much the only chicken breast I buy. Call me bougie, I really don't give a shit, but I never pay full price for it at least. So these ones that come in the little envelopes from Kroger are actually specifically, like super specifically tailored to me. Kroger brand cheese slices, any variety. So that right there means I can knock off $1.88 off my grocery list if I want to. You know, I might sit on that one actually. Those are really nice, like the freebies of stuff you buy often are really nice for when things aren't on sale and you do need it. So as much as I would like to save $2 off my grocery bill, I think I'm going to save it for when it'll actually save me like $3.50 off my grocery bill. If nobody's got cheese on sale that week. Simple Truth beef grinds, save $1.50. So I have 2 save 75 cents on 1 Simple Truth organic seltzer. We're adding in our coupons. So we have the $5 off, remember, from this whole spend 15, save 5. We're getting $1.50 twice off of chicken, because we're going to buy 2 packs of chicken, and once off of beef grinds. $1.50 off of that, and then $3 off of chicken. So that brings it back up to us having about $5.74 for wiggle room. And we were going to look at LaCroix. Not on sale right now, so we're going to save that coupon for when it is back on sale at Kroger. We're going to check out Simple Truth Organic Seltzer Water. Not a crazy good deal. It's only 40 cents off a box, but we do need to stock up, and then I've got these 75 cents off. So I think I could buy one of them for now and maybe save my other coupon for when they're marked down even more. So we'll go ahead and put that in here. In Michigan, we have a 10-cent deposit on any carbonated beverages, so I always add that into my budget. So 1 box of seltzer water, we've got the coupon off of that for 75 cents. So that leaves us with $2. That's pretty good. So I like to double check now that I'm kind of through that whole portion of everything, of the planning and coupons. So now I like to go through and just double check everything to make sure, you know, I've got my dinners planned. I know what I'm having for breakfast and lunch. I don't think we really need anything else at this point. The next and final step to my whole ridiculous process is going through iBotta and seeing if we can get any rebates for what we're already planning on buying. I used to go out of my way to buy stuff on iBotta that had a rebate, but it usually would cost me more money than it was saving me. So I started a while ago just really applying it to stuff that I was already planning on buying. I do once in a while still scroll through it to just review and see if there's anything that's inspiration. So first I'll go to Kroger, and I like to check any item. Almost always you're gonna find there is a 25-cent or 10-cent or whatever, any item rebate. So as long as you scan a receipt, you're gonna get it. I will check the produce section. Just type produce. You can scroll, there's a produce section in there. Okay, not seeing anything that I'm gonna be buying in produce. We're getting almond coconut milk, so, and it's almond breeze. Check that out. Nope, just silk creamer, we don't need that. We're gonna get crescent rolls. Let's see if Pillsbury's got anything, if I could spell. Nope, no Pillsbury crescent rolls. What about Ready Whip? The trick with iBotta too is a lot of it is gonna be name brand. It's not gonna be store brand. Pudding, nope. So we've got nothing at Meijer. All right, so iBotta this time was a bust. That's fine. I'd rather apply it to things I'm going to be purchasing anyways, as opposed to spending money that I don't need to spend on overpriced items just to get a rebate. If you don't know what iBotta is, it is a rebate app. I don't know if you've used Fetch Rewards or something like that. It's similar. You have to clip the deals before you go shopping, and a lot of times it will link to your loyalty card, or you just scan a receipt when you get home. It just depends on which store you're going to. So it's kind of different for all three. iBotta, even though it is a little annoying, you have to make sure you check off those things, that you clip those rebates before you go shopping. You get money directly deposited into your account. So after you reach $20, you can withdraw it via PayPal. They used to do Venmo. I don't think they do that anymore. Or you can get like an Amazon gift card or other gift cards. They work with a bunch of different retailers for that kind of thing. And actually, if you want my referral codes, I'll link that in the description below. You can sign up for those using my referral accounts if you want, and usually there's a bonus, a sign-up bonus, if you get a referral. If you just sign up for it by yourself, you won't get the bonus. That's pretty much it. I know it's stupid extensive, but I just like to know that I'm getting the best possible deals, and then I can stock up on things for those weeks when money might be a little bit tighter. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, go ahead and put that in the section below. Subscribe, like the video, do all that garbage. I appreciate your support, and I look forward to sharing more of my really exciting life with you in the next video. Deuces. I think I just spent 7 minutes babbling about the same thing.